Hello, everyone. I'm Giovanna Salas, and today I'm super excited because this is our first episode and our first interview with a very talented film composer. His name is Guy Renardeau, and we are going to talk about his passions, how did he achieve to become a film composer. And this, your new show, Guilty by My Own Desires. I'm your host, and so we are going to welcome Guy all the way from Netherlands.
Hi.
Hello, guys. So I told you you was going to be my first guest in this new
Yeah.
show, and I'm so honored that you are here. And I would like to start by how do you feeling today?
Yeah, great. So, okay, it's Corona time, and everybody knows it, and we
Yeah.
feel great. So it's no problem. I can work in my studio. So okay, that's fine. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Guy, I this is something different. I wanted to do this a little bit more um, close to the people for they know about who you are. How did you started your career as a film composer?
Yeah,
Or when did you decide, this is what I want to do? Because it's not easy, it's difficult, it goes through a lot of challenges. And
I know. I know. Yeah. So it started back when I think I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and I was quite interesting into play music at a very early age. And so I started with the flute, and then later on I uh, play also the trumpet and the piano, different other instruments. But I was very inspired by the music and everything. Uh, what has to do with sound was very interesting. But the problem was I really enjoy improvising music. And my father said always, you have to play Chopin and Beethoven and everything. And I was more interesting to write my own music. And my father was not agree with this. So and the piano was also in my sister's room. So I had also always to practice my older sister.
yes.
Because I have an older sister and also another older brother, and so I had to practice the piano in our room. So and then later on, I started to play the guitar because the guitar is a very personal instrument. You can make also the tone and everything. It's like a violin. The tone is very important. That you can do a lot with your fingers, and you can more develop our own style with guitar or violin than a piano. Qua sound, in matter of sound.
So,
So,
Guy,
I took classes, and I play also with band with different artists, and so it was a great adventure. And then I was at the gymnasium, and
and I want to go there with you, but before we go there, I wanted
yeah,
to
okay,
ask you the
yeah, it's a very
question.
long story
It's a
anyway.
question.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a question to the stories. So, have you ever felt guilty by your own desires, by wanting to become a film composer?
No, not guilty at all, because it was a coincidence. Because when I started to compose music and to play music and to make music anyway, so I had not the intention to be a film composer at all. So I
So,
want to
how
be,
that happened?
yeah.
How that happened? Tell me because it
So
was not your intention.
that was later on, because I first studied in Germany at the university from Cologne, and then also to in Amsterdam. And so I really studied composition, orchestration, and so on. And then some people asked me to write music for film, and then how it started. And that's not long ago. I started everything. I started with film music, I think, in 2011, 2012. So it's a lot of people think, because I have a lot of awards and so on. this guy has to be for years and years into the film music, but that's not. It's not the case. It's only 8 years or 9 years, and everything is it's it's gone very very quickly. And you know, people ask me to write music, and so from one came the other, and that's how everything's
So
came.
what are your desires now? Tell me about what do you desire now in this time?
Had them.
Tell me what are your desires now?
My desires. Um, you know, uh, that's a very difficult question because sure, everybody has a kind of desires, but I think that life is more like a vague, so it comes when it comes and it comes not when it comes not. And so I have certain goals, absolutely. And my desire is, yeah, okay, to get a Oscar, maybe. I don't
Well,
know.
why not? Why not? So
Yeah.
this is something like I wanted to talk with you, to let the audience know that sometimes we can dream and we can desire something, even though it's different challenges along the way. But I believe that your talent and your career, how you're progressing. I mean, I love to work with you the last November. It was amazing, and I know that you are capable of so many things. So I won't have a doubt that you are nominated to an Oscar, but it's time in between. So what you will tell for the people that you work with, you work with different people.
Yeah.
Where do your inspiration come from? How is your creative process?
So about the inspiration, it's come from uh, different sides. Sometimes I'm walking in the woods, and then something happened with the music. Sometimes I'm improvising music. Sometimes I'm looking to a movie, certain movie, and that approached me, and then I said, oh, that will be nice to take those ideas into my music. Sometimes it's a very good book. It's not one thing. It's more things that give you kind of inspiration to write a certain song or a certain kind of music. So and that's why also I'm also in the film music, because when you're writing film music, you are not only write music, you are writing music for picture. So the picture needs a certain kind of music. So sometimes you have to write something you are not familiar about it. Sometimes you have to
Can
write.
you give us an example?
Yeah. You have certain scenes, and certain scenes need some kind of music, and so then you have to go for it. To write sometimes different kind of music, and especially with film music you have to know a lot about different styles of music. And I know a lot of composers, they are only write classical music or rock music or jazz music, but we as film composers, we need to know jazz music, rock music, dance. We need a lot of sound design, every kind, and also the styles, because sometimes a guy came to me to write animation, another guy games, another guy um, drama, another guy a romantic movie. So, and every movie has something special, and the music has to be special too.
Well,
So,
it feels that you had to be able to control different emotions too,
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
in your person. So, as an artist, how did you put together all this emotion of yourself? For example, if I'm working as a musician and I'm trying uh, to compose a music for something that is dramatic and very sad, that will affect your day if with your family or friends or
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, sure. when you are busy writing a piece of music, and you take it with you also in your personal life. That's sure. I'm not saying happened also, and but I'm writing so much music, so also in my studio. So in the beginning, I remember when I started to write music for film. For me, it was a real challenge to go from one style to another. But after a couple of years, you got more experience, and then it's much more easy to go from one style to another because you have your own style. And so during these years, I've really own style, even if I um, writing some dance music for this show. What I did together with you, this Heart of, from Hollywood show, and I wrote also a lot of dance music, and you can really hear that's me. Also piano pieces you can hear that's Guy Renardeau, or a drama you can really hear that's my music, and that's one of the most important things.
Well, very happy that you're sharing this because not many often we have the information and to go into your space, like in your studio, you are right there surrounded by the environment where you work.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wonder when this person was, what the composer was thinking. For example, one was writing something dramatic, like for drama or a committed. I mean, are they were imagining something in their personal experience? Because I know the writers, screenplay writers, they take some parts of their personal life. They say, well, maybe it's fiction, but not always is completely fiction. So is some similarities with you and your personal related
Uh,
relation with the music?
that's differ also which kind of music you are composing. So you have two things. When I'm writing music for film, I'm a part of the whole story of the movie. But when I'm writing something personal, a piano concerto or something for guitar, or real song, or something what had nothing to do with a story from a movie, then it's much more personal than a movie, to be honest. Because when you're writing for a movie, you have a script, you have a director, you have all kind of people that are involved into that movie, and your task is to write the right music for that movie, and you are a part of the whole story. But when I'm writing something for orchestra, what has nothing to do with film, that's more personal, because everything is my story. So that's a big difference, and so I like to do both, because I've written also a lot of virtuosic concert piano pieces, and that's me also. Yeah, yeah.
What do you enjoy the most about music as a person?
So technically, when you talk about the composition sides, it's to make music for my own, because then I can really find themes, and I'm totally free to write what I want to uh, to write. And the other side, with film music, it's more kind of um, family. It's kind of a family thing. You have contacts with a lot of people, and you're working together, and it's personal, and it got and you get also a lot of inspiration about other people, and sometimes you have to do things I would normally never have done it, because this director uh, want to write me some kind of music, and I said, oh, I have to write that kind of music. Yeah, yeah, Guy, I want to really like that kind of music, so I have to write it. So I have to listen to different other composers, and then to write something like this. So and I like this
How is
also.
I have a question of how
Yeah.
is your interaction with the director? Your how do you communicate with the director? because they're different for
Yeah,
different genres. And
yeah,
then sometimes I have, working in the back on post production, the director is telling the composer like, I wanted this, I want to hear this, and
yeah,
it's something for some reason it's not happening until it happens. So how do you
yeah.
communicate with the director? How did you
To be to
get
be
their idea?
to be honest, when I'm talking with a director, I'm always a second, always, because the director, mostly he is for years and years he is involved into this whole story. And sometimes it happened also that I have contact with a director and he's still working 5 years on that movie. So I'm after this 5 years, I'm coming as a newcomer to him, and he wants me to write the music. And then I said to him, "What's the story? So tell me something about the story." And he have all kind of ideas. Yeah, I want to I like that kind of music, and this scene has to be this, and this has to be that. So then you get a lot of information from a director, and you have to deal with all that information. And when you're doing a second or third film with uh, that director, it will be much more easy because you know each other. I know you, so that's a big advantage because you know each other, and you know exactly now she want to have this and this. But when it's the first time with the director, it's always that you have to be, yeah, you need to listen to the director and to make the music that he wants to hear. And after a while, you can say to the director, maybe you are thinking about this, but maybe this one will be also good. I remember a couple of times it happens to me that a director came to me with Ravel and that kind of music, and finally the film music was totally different because first I wrote something he really likes to hear, and then I said maybe you can do it like this. Yeah, I like this much more. Okay, for them it's also something new because they have to work with um, cinematography, with actors and so on, and also with music guys. And I know much more about music than a director. But the director, he is the director of the whole movie, so you have to inspire him. And when he trusts you, you get much more freedom. And then he say, "No, everything he's coming, that will be okay." Yeah. So
So
that's how it works. Yeah.
what has been your major challenge working as a film composer that you can remember of?
In a positive or a negative way?
If you know, it will be wonderful to know in the positive or the negative. You just let it out.
Um, no, I will mention both. First one, the negative one, maybe it's interesting to hear that, was a Belgium guy, um, director, and I know him very well now. And it was the first time I was working with him, and he really liked the music, well written. But there was one particular scene, and that girl was turning her head, and it was, I think it was only a couple of seconds, and he really want to have kind of music into it, but he could not really explain to me what kind of music. So I tried this, I tried that, I tried different kind of sound, and it was impossible to have the right sound with it. And then I said to him, I have a good idea. Try to find on internet something you like about this particular scene. And then after a couple of days, he came to me. It was something very easy. So I made this in 1 hour, 1 hour really, and he was really happy. So and that was something. Sometimes you're putting a lot of energy into something stupid, and you want to have something special, and you cannot understand that guy, and
Yes.
try this, you try that, So sometimes it's better to say to a director, okay, you want to have something, you have something in your head. I did not understand. So try to find something on the internet that's maybe
Hmm.
famous, and you really hear that kind of music into that specific scene, and then I will make that kind of a sound. So that was much more easy than to try to to make something.
To guess
Yeah,
what's happening in his
yeah,
head.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
completely understand that.
And
And what is the positive?
yeah, the positive way. Wow. Yeah, a lot of things. The most positive thing what I like about the music that you get, you can have had recognition about your work, and especially the awards. Because awards are very important, and when you get a lot of awards, other directors become more enthusiastic about you. They appreciate your music more. You become much more famous about this, and that's how it works. And
Well, I know that you recently was nominated.
yeah, that's a big award. It's called the it's called it's the Hollywood in Media Awards 2021, and that's a big one also. And a lot of guys like Hans Zimmer and a lot of other guys, Junkie XL, so got also nominated for it. And that's a big event. So the funny thing about this, everybody was nominated for it because everything is online, has
Yeah.
to um, uh, uh, take some pictures from yourself. Take a little movie from yourself, and in that little presentation, you have to say, "I'm the winner of this this certain category," and so that was very strange to do to deal with this online kind of thing. Because normally you got
Well,
invited to the festival, and when you get the prize, you go. You go forward and you have a little talk, and then and now everything is completely different, and you have to do everything
so
online.
tell me about the how did you had to make the video and do the video in case that you was a winner. Can you
Yeah,
share
yeah.
that with the audience?
That's it's yeah, it's a gimmick. It's you know you have no idea. So you get nominated for a prize, and then you have to say in front of the camera, "Yeah, I'm the winner." Yeah, everybody has to do that. Everybody, also the famous guys, also everybody has to do the same. And okay, when you're winning this kind of festival, it got broadcast that you, and then you can see you yourself. Hey, I'm the winner. You did it.
So pretty much
Please.
you're recording a video of saying that you are the winner, but you
Yeah,
don't know if you are
yeah,
the
you
winner.
don't know. Absolutely,
So
you don't know. Yeah,
um, when you find out if you are the winner or you are not the winner, how do you feel?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, especially when you get nominated or such a festival, because this festival, this award, it's the same as the Oscar or the Grammy Award. You have in the film and also in the music world, you have a couple of awards are very famous. It's Oscar, the Grammy Award, and also this one. So when you got nominated for it, that's very, very good. That's great because
Well, not all the time you can be nominated to the Hollywood Media Awards 2021.
yeah,
So, and in this very specific way of making also the video of I'm the winner, but I'm sure that it's also a memory that you can take. And yes, we are living in a different time right now at the moment, and
yeah.
I guess I would like to ask you, how do you feel with this pandemic going on and your work?
What I'm missing, because I'm also the winner of Toronto also, and what I'm missing is the personal contact. So in the beginning, to do everything online, that's fine, okay, but after a while, you are missing the atmosphere, and to go to Toronto, and to go to see different people, to talk with different people. And now everything is online, and you're talking to a screen. It's the only thing you are doing. So anyway, so sometimes it's a bit hard, sometimes after a while, because we are living more than a year into this this crazy Corona time. And because also here in Amsterdam, then we have a lockdown, then everything is open, then we have a lockdown again, and now at 9 o'clock everything is closed, and people are also feeling very insecure about this. It's every day, every week, something is changed, and then especially here in Europe, we have now this English virus also. In Portugal, they have also the virus from England, and also the virus from South America. So you get, a mutation from all these viruses. And
Yes.
yeah, we are living in a totally crazy world now at this moment. And so the happy thing we are doing now is, we as artists is, and that makes me also happy, that I have the luxury to make music and to put my energy in a positive way into my music. But otherwise, when you have a job like, in an industry or something like that, and then you have to stay at home, and you have nothing to do. It's the only things people are doing here. It's Netflix the whole day, and they try to walk, and they're losing their jobs also. And that's.
Well, I would like to ask you, have you take, all these emotions from people around you, uh, and compose some pieces
uh,
for of
yeah,
music?
I think it's a natural thing. It's coming to you, and because I'm a human being like you and like everybody. So automatically you take something from this whole atmosphere with you, and sure. And but I try to see it in a more positive way, because a lot of people became depressed. What I see also in this cultural life in the Netherlands, a lot of friends doing nothing. For a year,
Yes.
I hear nothing, nothing on Facebook. And I think I'm one of the only guys which are I'm very active, because I did a project with you. I did also a film in the Netherlands. I'm doing a new one in Portugal now. So okay, it's uh, uh, less than other years, but I'm still very active now at this
Yes.
moment, because my view, it's this very difficult Corona time. You can see it in two ways. You can It can put you down. It's possible, and then you become very passive, and you're doing nothing, and then
I understand that,
the other way, and the other part, you can see it in a positive way, and you can be very active, and to looking for things to came out of this difficult situation. Yeah.
Well, I will not share with you the reason of why I started this new interview series, called Guilty by My Own Desires. And I mentioned it to you, but I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but I want you to be my first guest on this show. And, I didn't have the name or exactly how I wanted to do it. But it was like a couple of weeks ago, I was sleeping, normal day, just thinking I'm just going to go and wake up. But in the middle of the night, I start having a panic attack, like
Okay.
thinking I'm going to die. The coronavirus is, I'm going to get infected. Everything will, turn down. Who's going to run out of Hollywood? And I
Yeah.
really start, I was thinking, trying to go back to sleep. And I tried, and I wake up and I start thinking about the virus again. And I literally was going through a panic attack, and I was thinking, I think that I need to do more things that I personally want. And so I get up and I start thinking, I think I would like to redo the interviews, but in a different way, more open and more
Mhm.
realistic
That's a good thing. Absolutely.
way. I like try to talk would you say what is in your heart, what we're carrying right now as an artist. And then I remember that when I was back when I was 17, my work was like, engulfed by my own desires, because I always did what I wanted to do. And at this time it felt like if I was going to die because of the coronavirus, or just feel completely helpless, I wanted to do something now. So I
Yeah,
think it's a time
yeah.
to take a positive and do the things that we can. Like you say, you are a very active person. You take some of the time to create from this thing that is around you, because you're a human. And so as an artist, I think that we support each other, we collaborate with each other, and we have, I will say, kind of a language that we can understand in the process. So
I think,
I appreciate that.
it's also a time that you have to take new chances, and because the problem now is these days is for the majority of people, they're thinking in the old matter. So they think, okay, there will be something for the virus, and then everything will be the old again, And I don't believe in this, because I think that this virus, this pandemic for more than a year now, I think it will be more a couple of months more before everything is become a bit stable again. So, and then we will staying for 1 year and a half into a pandemic situation.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of things has changed, because I think that we are more conscious about the environment. We are more conscious about personal life. We are more conscious about the pollution, also especially in big cities. And I think that people have to change their mind to because with this online kind of thing, um, those are new opportunities to do something in a different way. So not only looking um, backwards, and to only to have it's in the old way. So try to learn something new from the new things that are happening now at this moment. So I think that's our future. I think we have to sing in a different kind of way, and I say and I see also here, also in the Netherlands, a lot of people have a lot of difficulties with this to change their mind. So they are said, okay, I'm doing nothing now, and I'm looking also to the television and Netflix and other things. And then after this Corona, everything will be good again, and then everything will get a vaccination for it, and then we can do our normal life how we did it 2 years ago. And I think
Yeah.
that's not the point.
Mhm.
I think that every war, every uh, situation that nobody wants change the society. And you can see it in a positive way, and you can see it in a negative way. And I see it more in a positive way, because the fact we are communicating now online, you are now in LA, I'm now in Amsterdam, it's a very long distance. So that's other kind of communication we have now. Um, and okay, you have to take this, and that's fine too.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I think a very positive mentality too. And like I was saying, I was for a moment, I just was thinking to sleep just a regular night, and then suddenly I was having this panic attack, and I really start thinking I love life. I really want to continue in the doing something in the creative world, bringing like hope for people. Like you say, I don't like to see people don't doing their things or thinking about the past, because I know the things have changed,
Yeah,
and our work or our social responsibility as an artist is also to bring hope for the
yeah,
people, and
absolutely.
for kind of bring new ideas, working how they can move forward. And I believe that, and I really feel very honored that you are my first guest, because we have these conversations in the past about making music and films, our perspectives of society. And I believe that moving towards always to a positive uh, way, even the situation is not the best, is one way that we can continue moving forward in our
Yeah.
society. So but I wanted to ask you if you have any message for all the musicians out there, they're starting perhaps their careers and during the coronavirus. So what would you say to those people, perhaps a lot of people lost their jobs, they lost opportunities, and
Hmm.
to, become a film composer or make music for another film because everything got shut down. What would you say to them?
Yeah. So one of the most important thing I have to say was this: if something is happening to you, like a corona, the corona time or war or some, or you're losing everything. Always something positive is coming instead of it. So I'm believing in this, and so try to. I know it's very hard for everybody, but try to see it in a positive way. Don't be this. Don't put yourself down and to be depressed when things are not happening in a normal way. So something very nicely will happen in a different way, and you have to accept this. And maybe it's a very inspirational way to see things in a different manner. So I think it gives always new opportunities and gives you always new inspiration to see things in a different way than only to be afraid about new things. And now I think that art, you have to feel these new things, and you have to do something with new things and to develop yourself with new things. And you need to have the courage to to try to do something different and to communicate in a different way, and not to think. I think the wrong way that a lot of people are doing now at this moment, especially here in Europe, is they said, okay, there's nothing and I have nothing to do and it's very difficult. And maybe when everybody's gonna have this kind of this potential medicine for this virus, and nobody really knows if that medicine will work. And you are losing your time, and time is going very fast. And now we are living in more than a year in this corona, and a year is very long. And when you are doing a year nothing, and you are sitting there depressive, it will take you 3 years more to get your real stable life that you had before. So I think try to be active, try to see things different, try to make something different from your life. I think take it. So that's I know it's a very difficult subject because
It's a new world. right
Yeah,
now.
try to see it in a positive way. And I think when you see it in a positive way, and you have a lot of energy, and you put a lot of energy into it, something positive will also come to you. I think. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Guy. It really was a pleasure to have you today here, and
For me too.
listen
Absolutely.
more about your artwork. And I hope that when the time comes again, we can work in the future projects.
Absolutely.
And I hope, really hope that this pandemic, gets a little bit better because I love to travel and I would love to visit once again the Netherlands. So
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Absolutely. And when the Corona's over, I will come back to America. Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
And then now you can go to receive your award in person.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Guy, and thank you everyone for watching this interview. So I will say bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you too. Bye.